All right, chat. I am here. I hope everyone's having a good night. It is good to see you. Also, I am glad your wife likes my colors. Thank you. I hope you have a good night. I hope you aren't too busy. Tonight we're just kind of sitting here. We're just kind of hanging out. I don't know, talk about random shit. You know, I almost didn't hit start streaming. It's just a long day. Sometimes it can be hard to be, I guess, I don't know, in the right mindset to stream sometimes. Thanks for following, Moonlight. Or Moon Knight. I read an L in there out of habit. That works. It's good to see you. I hope you guys aren't too busy. Also, hey, Bebo. Oh, today was just a long day. Got news that I maybe have an infection in my leg, and a family member passed last night, so it's just been pretty busy. I just got back from my dad's house and visiting him, making sure he was okay, because it was his mom that passed, so my grandmother. But that's life. I'm only 30, but I've been very close to not being here because of health issues. So I'm a little more understanding of mortality and deaths. I had to come to terms with that when I kind of thought I wasn't going to live anymore. Might be a little busy than I thought. Mom came over. Drama. There's a lot of that in the VTubing community. And it's life. It's really unfortunate that both of my grandmothers have passed away in the past year, but there's not a lot there's not a lot I can do about it. It sucks though. It does. I process things slowly, but also I just, and I'm pretty come to terms with death. I also got to see them. Like, anytime I hear that, they're in the hospital and things aren't looking good, I pretty much, immediately try to get there as fast as I can. So I did get to see both of them before, while they were still conscious and awake and stuff, before they passed, a few days later. So that's something. That is something good. I did see them. Thank you, Full Moon. It's, it is what it is. Probably the funeral plannings and stuff in the next while. But I probably won't be involved in planning the funeral. Fuck that. Funerals suck to plan. Especially because the funerals are kind of like weddings in that you have to kind of think about, seating a little bit. Who are you going to place where? Are you going to place Uncle John next to fucking Aunt Ashley over there, even though they got divorced 10 years ago and would probably start fist fighting? Probably not. So just like a wedding, you got to think about where to place people so that it doesn't cause a huge goddamn fight. Also, coffins are expensive. I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but an actual nice coffin, that shit is not cheap. It is so expensive, actually. No, you're fine. You're fine, Tez. I don't mind you bringing it up. Cremation is, I think it's a little cheaper than, the normal, burial funeral, but it is still expensive. Because if you're looking at, an actual nice coffin, You know, like made out of nice wood, all that stuff. Yeah, you're looking at like $3,500 to $10,000 just for the coffin. Dying is a good business. They make great money. Though I say that as a joke, but we do have to appreciate, you know, the people that work in funeral homes and things like that. You know, the people that go in there, they touch up the body, they make sure you're dressed well, they make sure you look nice, even though you're passed on. You know, it takes a special person to work with the dead like that and to respect the dead like that. I think knowing that people like that exist gives me a little solace. I'm not surprised they sell urns on Amazon. They sell fucking everything there. You probably find coffins there too. Wouldn't be surprised. They'd probably be ass, or you'd probably have to put them together, but they're probably there. Buy a good old body bag on there. You can buy whatever the fuck you want. Amazon's not gonna restrict you. I turned my Twitter chat on for this stream, but I haven't been as active on Twitter as I need to be in the last couple weeks, so there's just not as much traffic coming through the Twitter page as normal. Luckily, I still have my parents. I mean, that's... like, they both seem like we've got plenty of time left on that, so I am lucky in that regard. But that's unfortunate to hear. I guess it depends. I guess, like, you know... like, my parents had me and my brother when they were pretty young, but I guess some other people have kids when they're, like, a lot older. So, like, while my mom is barely... I don't even think she's... I think she's, like, 55 or 56 or something, and I'm 30. I guess someone else could have, like a 75-year-old dad when they're 30. I always kind of expect parents to have kids when they're young. Damn. That's actually pretty late in life. Holy. Like, I've known a lot of women that have just been like, no, I'm not having kids past 40. If I even could have a kid. Because apparently, like, your chances of, like, being able to get pregnant past 40 as a woman is diminished. I wouldn't know. I don't date women. I don't know shit about women. Just what I've been told. But he was super active, and it was a pulmonary embolism, so that's what was so surprising. That's a lung thing, isn't it? And yeah, people, I mean, I imagine unless you have like a really, 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 really bad relationship with your parents, like losing your parents is generally just gonna suck. Though, I mean, there are times where people are, you know, pretty fucking happy to lose their parents. It's kind of fucked as that sounds. Some people are just kind of fucked up. Blood clot blocking lung blood flow. That's rough. I've dealt with some lung stuff. I don't think anything like that, but I've dealt with some pretty serious lung stuff, and it kind of sucks. Well, it really sucks. Not kinda, it really fucking sucks. True, yeah, not being able to breathe is, like, actually one of the worst things. Like, it's one of the scariest things, because, like, the second you stop, like, being able to breathe, you know you've got about, like, what, a minute and a half to 3 minutes until you lose consciousness and probably die. So you just immediately go into a panic and, like, start just doing what you can. I've had my lung collapse 3 times now. All 3 times. The first 2, they like fucking rammed a goddamn tube through my chest. Broke right through the ribs and just shoved it right up into my lung while I was conscious. And then the 3rd time, they did like something special to stop the lung collapses from happening, because it was pretty close to killing me the 3rd time. I know the spiral ladder thing you're talking about. I know there's some kids that have really fucked themselves up on that thing. Like, you get your leg caught in that and you fall out, dude. That shit's like snapping your leg. It is... it can be fucking dangerous. Smoking weed is good for the soul. So one day at daycare, I fell down and hit my spine on every rung on the way down. I couldn't breathe. Ooh. Speaking of, I've also had spine surgery. Now that we've brought up lung and spine. I'm surprised something like that probably, like as a kid, like doing something like that can end up with like permanent damage as an adult. Like suddenly you have a herniated disc because you fucking did that shit in childhood. But yeah, having it sounds like you had the wind knocked out of you, I think is what people call it. When you like land hard on your back and you just like basically like can't catch your breath. Like you just can't breathe for like 20 to 40 seconds. I don't really know why it happens, I just know what it is. I have no idea what it could have been then. Shock, maybe? I've only had the wind knocked out of me like a couple times, so I don't really know how many like different kinds of wind knocked out there is. Like I don't know if there's like a bunch of different kinds that feel different. I don't know. You know. I've just had it happen like once or twice. Luckily, I guess. I guess that's a good thing. Let's see, what else was going on today? I mean, while I was over at my dad's making sure everyone there was okay, we ate burgers. What else? I was watching some of the Marvel Rivals, no, Twitch Rivals, the Twitch Rivals, they were doing a Marvel Rivals, like the Twitch Rivals, Marvel Rivals competition thing. That almost sounds like having the wind knocked out of you, but I mean, I'm sure there's other things that can cause something like that. I don't know enough about shit to fucking guess. I've just had a lot of bad things happen to me. I don't know, I don't even know half the names of the things that are wrong with me. Some of those names get fucking crazy, some of the diagnosis names. Yeah, I was watching Twitch Rivals. Sleep paralysis? I've never experienced that. People talk about it. I couldn't imagine. It seems like a weird thing. Like if I woke up and just literally couldn't move, I'd be freaking out. I would actually be like freaking the fuck out. But so this Twitch Rivals competition was very strange in that the way that they structured it was, I think there was like two people that were high ranked per se. I mean, two people. High ranked is like subjective. It's the beginning of the season, so like, you know, people aren't exactly fucking eternity super high up yet. But so there was like 2 grandmasters on each team usually, and then I think they had 2 platinum players on most well, yeah, I think it was generally like this. It might have been like 1 grandmaster, like 1 diamond, 2 platinum players, and then 2 bronze players. Like even Flats's team, J3's team, a bunch of the other teams that were there, all of them ended up with like 2 bronzes and 2 platinums on their team. Because it was supposed to be more of like a casual tournament type thing. Though I will say that some people, I don't know, there's ways to take the fun out of things, you know? You know, like grabbing all these lower ranked people, telling them exactly what they need. Like meta, here's the meta, here's what you should do. If you aren't doing this, you're throwing. Like, I feel like even Flats, they kind of played with the impression that other people on their team knew what they were doing and would do things right. But they had bronze people on their team. Like, I was in Flat's chat kind of reminding him that he needs to like basic shit. He wasn't really guiding them that much. You know? He really wasn't. Like, after something bad happened, that was when he like addressed it, but by then it was too late. You know, like the type of thing of like, okay, they have a Hawkeye on their team, make sure you're moving around, like don't stand still, make sure you're always moving, just don't let him get easy headshots. But like, you know, that's only said after the entire team gets fucking one-tapped by Hawkeye. Or it's like the team captains, like J3 and Flats, they're obviously like the biggest threats on the field, but there wasn't really like telling people that they needed to focus J3, even though he was like the most obviously like, he was the biggest threat there by far. And it was a big difference. Like the team captains or like J3 would have like 57 eliminations, and then like the next best DPS would have like 20. You know, it was just not even a fucking challenge. But like, people needed to be explained more. Like they just needed to be told more. Things that are like in Flats' mind, it's just basic. It's just obvious. If you aren't doing that, it's like, what are you, bronze? Yes, they are bronze. That's the thing. And so, like, I don't know. I feel like when I was watching him fight J3, he was doing, like, practice games against J3. And literally, his, like, Flats' team got absolutely rolled. I don't think he won a single practice. Like, they got rolled. And it was because it looked like the bronzes and platinums on J3's team, he at least, like, he gave them more specific information. He didn't just do a little training with them and give them, like, some information on how to play a specific character. He actually, like, most likely, I could go watch his streams, but as he was playing with them, most likely was telling them, like, what was going to happen. You know, like the second Flat swaps to Wolverine and they only have 1 tank, Magneto, that's when you have to tell your team as J3, because they aren't going to, like, automatically know this, that one of them needs to swap to a second tank. Like, Wolverine just came in, he's going to absolutely fucking demolish our 1 tank unless we get a second one. And just, there's not a lot of other people who are, like, on the team that are going to know that unless you tell them. So Flats' team just got, like, absolutely shut down. It was rough. It was rough. They weren't bad. They were definitely improving, but they just, you know, you gotta have, to be playing at that level, you gotta have the game sense. You have to have the mechanical skill of, like, good aim, that kind of thing. Like, there's a lot that goes into being high ranked that, like, you can't just basically coach someone and expect to get them to Grandmaster from bronze in like a week. It takes practice. You gotta be specific. You just tell them, yeah, don't tell them why, even if there's a sniper, you just tell them, yeah. You can usually tell them why after, but it does really help to explain why. Because, like, when you tell someone to do something and you're, like, trying to help them learn the game, if you explain why, then it sticks into their head. And then in a different scenario, in a different map where something similar happens, they react the same way, which is the way they should. By explaining, like, hey, Widow's back there. Make sure you're fucking just blow up that platform back there so that she falls down. Don't let her keep that eye, that kind of thing. Like, just something. Or at least, like, warning them that, like, Hawkeye gets one-hit headshots, that kind of thing. Like, if he hits you in the head, you're dead. He takes out one of the supports with a fucking headshot, we're probably losing that fight. That kind of thing. I was debating playing some ranked tonight. Maybe I still will. I don't know. It's been hard to, I guess, just like think of something I want to play. With everything going on, I've just been stressed out. Competitive doesn't usually help with the stress. But I'm in bronze, so... Like, it's pretty easy to get through bronze, silver, gold. Well, should be now. I imagine the ranks have, like, leveled out a little bit. Because right as the ranks reset happens, everyone that was in gold got knocked down to bronze. But that also means that everyone that was in bronze is still also in bronze. So now bronze is just a mix of gold, silver, and bronze. So all of the bronzes that were stuck there are now probably just getting dog-walked constantly until people leave that rank. Also, yeah, it does seem like people who, you know, sit around and just chat and hang out and talk with chat, it does seem like that attracts more of an audience at times than gaming. And you still haven't played more competitive yet, Bebo? I played a fuck ton of AI games because there's like this new accessory currency they added, and I was really trying to like earn it. I luckily don't usually like forget to talk when I'm gaming. I talk quite a bit unless I'm like really locked in. Like, if I'm, like, super locked in like, a specific fight, like this 1v1 that I'm doing, and I'm, like, really trying to win for, like, you know, 10, 20 seconds, I might be quiet during that. But generally, I try to keep talking. I try to keep yapping while I'm playing. You were, and then the laptop problem happened. So, I mean, like, you can't play game. I don't know what's happening. Like, and that's true. Follow me. Yeah, I mean, you could talk to people a lot more. I try to, like, anytime someone says something in chat, even if I'm playing a game, I try to reply to it. For me, it's not too bad. Like, it's not like, oh, like a super hard thing, I guess, to, you know, lock in, but then, like, still chat. It's, I don't know. I guess I'm just, like, pretty decent at games. I've just been doing it for so long that I'm just kind of at that point where I can look off to the side and, like, reply to a message in the middle of a fight. Oh, things will definitely get worse if you don't get it fixed soon. That's how battery issues go. The second that battery starts, like, bulging or, like, expanding is when, like, you probably should just stop using the laptop until you replace it. Because then it gets really dangerous. letting them down. Yeah. When it comes to rivals, it's a really big team game, so that helps a little bit, you know? Like, if you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose. Like, it doesn't matter if I swap to the character that I'm best as and, like, wipe out half the enemy team myself. If the rest of my team gets wiped out, I can't solo. It's physically impossible for me to 1v6. So sometimes, it's just out of your control. So, like, you can seriously put in effort in fights and try to win, but you can also just, like, be talking, because, I mean, you're not gonna fucking win. You know? The friend gamer, usually really good at gaming, just like to be chill. Yeah. I have mostly avoided competitive games because I just get like really competitive. But I've been starting to kind of lean back into playing against real people. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty. Also, water might work. I don't know. I don't know if that's considered like an electrical fire. I'm pretty sure laptop batteries are like lithium batteries. So I don't know if water would put it out. You might need like that special fucking... I can't remember. I can't remember how you're supposed to put out an electrical fire. I know you can like smother it with like sand, I think, but that's not usually something you have on hand in like large amounts. Yeah, I started in like Call of Duty 4, which I think is like the first one that had online. But like in that one, it got to a point where I was doing like 120 kills and like 10 deaths in every lobby, and every time I didn't do that, I was getting like really upset. World at War was amazing. I think COD 4 is my favorite just because it's it's like the original, and it was just genuinely a great game. World at War is too. It is so good. Such an amazing Call of Duty game. God, dude, zombies in World at War. That shit is nostalgic. I also remember Black Ops 1. I played Modern Warfare, like COD 4, then I played World at War, and then I played Modern Warfare 2. I got 10th prestige in each one of them, like legit. And then Black Ops, I don't know if I got 10th prestige in Black Ops. Black Ops 1 and 2 I definitely played. I definitely prestiged a bunch of times, just don't know if I maxed. But like I played up until like Black Ops 3, 4 plus, and like the Battle Royale, Warzone, blah blah blah. Battle Royale is just saturated the market, man. Like once Fortnite got popular, everything was a battle royale. Everything was adding a battle royale. Like it was just everywhere. It was all anyone was playing, and I just I'm not a fan of battle royales. You know, someone who's an expert in tactical stuff, so I'm gonna have them look at it. Okay. And that might work. If it's a battery, I mean, if you could probably like look up the actual, like there's got to be like an error code or like something specific that the computer's telling you from the power button flashing. Oh yeah, I didn't play much of Modern Warfare 3. Wasn't a huge fan of that one. Modern Warfare 2 was probably peak. Like that was probably, I think Modern Warfare 2, the original, is probably like the peak in Call of Duty gaming. That's just my opinion though. I fucking loved Modern Warfare 2. Quick scoping people, quick scoping the fuck out of people. Man, that game was something else actually. It was so good. I've been playing Death Stranding 2 in the last few days, but it's been odd. I don't know. I haven't like wanted to play Death Stranding 2 as much as I wanted to play the first one. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not hitting the same. Arena anime fighters. Are you talking about like the Ninja Storm for Naruto, that kind of thing? Yeah, I've played a lot of the Ninja Storm games. I loved those games. I played Jump Force. If only I was a streamer at the time, and if only I didn't refund it, I would still have it and I could like show it to you guys and play Jump Force. I wish I still had it. I wish I didn't refund it, honestly. I really wish I didn't. I wasn't a streamer at the time, so it was just like, ah, whatever. It's a meh game. You know? Do you? That's pretty crazy. Does it even work? Like, did the game need servers to run? I couldn't remember. I wonder if there's a way to, like, download a cracked version offline. Wait, Steam keys still work for removed games. So wait, I could get Jump Force on my Steam account. Oh my god, it's like $200 for a key though. Holy fuck me. I'd totally get it if I could, man. Yeah, the cheapest one is $177. I kind of want it. It is actually like historical. And the Character Pass 2 is like $5,000, dude. 1,000 for the Ultimate Edition. Holy fuck. Okay, so I'd rather pirate it, dude. Fuck that. That person was like, if you want to get it legit, you can just get a Steam key here. Fuck no, bruh. That is so expensive. That's crazy. Considering how hated that game was. Oh. My alarm's going off. The music stopped. I mean, I didn't despise it, but it was pretty rough for an arena shooter. It was definitely one of the most disliked games, though. Like, it wasn't good. People did not like that game. I wouldn't mind pirating it so that I could play it. It's like such a bad, weird game. I guess not like bad. Well, you can make fun of it. Like Light shows up and fucking looks at Goku and shit. It's like that's peak like meme-worthy content. I'd make fun of shit that does that. I didn't feel like I was watching an anime. I remember playing it, but I didn't feel like that. It felt like an arena, like an anime arena fighter, just a rough one. Like Ninja Storm and stuff, like they were a lot more, I guess, well structured in their story. Ninja Storm 4 would probably be fun to play. There's always some games that could be fun to play. I wonder if there's anything fun like on sale right now on Steam. I did pay that artist. That artist sent the invoice to my PayPal, the one that I'm like really, really, really excited to go to, and that actually accepted my commission request. That means I guess he probably liked my character design enough to like be willing to do art of him, which I'm so excited. Because I'm gonna have like art of me, but it's gonna be like Studio Trigger art, basically. It's gonna look so good. Hey, Daniel. I am good on eating a donut. Actually, don't really like donuts that much. The ones filled with stuff are pretty good, but otherwise, like Boston cream donuts are good. I really like the one that has like jelly inside of it. That one's good. I don't know what the fuck they're called. I don't know names of things. I still have Nuclear Nightmare. I think I watched someone play that though, and it's kinda ass. Oh. Specials, Red Dead 2 is on sale. I like them filled, I like me filled, you know. The basics. Red Dead is like the only thing I recognize, except Uma Musume. Oh, it's oh, what a weird game. It's not like the normal Uma Musume. It's like a separate pixel, like weird. I don't know. I haven't seen that before. But like the only thing I actually recognize here is Red Dead for like games on sale. Yeah. I mean, Expedition 33 is on sale, but it's only like $5 off. Liza P is on sale. I haven't played that before. Persona 3 Reload is on sale. I haven't played that before. I've played Persona 5. Persona 5 Royal's on sale for $24. Wait, that's huge. I fucking love Persona 5. I don't own it on PC, but it would be really cool to have Persona 5 Royal. It's a really fun game. Assassin's Creed Shadows is on sale already. That's not surprising. People kind of stopped talking about that game like after it came out, didn't they? Like there was the whole controversy about like one of the characters being black because people are racist as shit. But after that, like, yeah, everyone just kind of forgot it existed. Hey, sheep. Balatro's on sale. Blue Prince is on sale. I haven't played Blue Prince either. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I haven't played it though. Yeah, Persona 5 Royal for 24. DayZ. No Man's Sky is also only 24. That would actually, Bebo, that would be a really fun one to play together. I don't know why I didn't think of that. No Man's Sky is really fun, and like we could actually build bases and all that. That would actually be a lot of fun, I think. Can you not? I'm doing good, sheep. It's been a long day, a lot of stuff happening over the last while, but I'm doing all right. Isn't it like a puzzle solving game? I was pretty sure that's what it was. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I could see it being boring at times, if, you know. No Man's Sky, though. No Man's Sky is an incredible game, especially after all the stuff they've added to it. The game is so good now. I think me and Bebo could have so much fun playing through that game. Because there's not really an end to it. You just kind of keep going and building and going and building until you eventually just don't want to anymore. We're currently playing Elden Ring, me and him, but he hasn't been having too much fun on that game. I do not have the money to buy No Man's Sky right now. Or I would, honestly. The game's fucking... It's so good. I think I own it on console. Does that game have crossplay? Because then I would only need to, well, I could play it on, I'd kind of prefer to play it on PC, because then I could crank the graphics. But I'd also lose my stuff from console, wouldn't I? Does that game have cross progression? No Man's Sky. Or wait. Does No Man's Sky have cross save? Hey, wait, it does. I could get my stuff from my PlayStation onto my PC. Nice. That's kind of hype. Now I want to get that game. I didn't know I could transfer my stuff. That'd be cool to get. I actually think that that might be one of the games that I try to get next and play with Bebo, because it is a lot more fun. It kind of feels like a way bigger kind of... It feels kind of like Subnautica in a way. That it's kind of like just exploring worlds, creatures, things like that. Weird storyline. Dude, I actually think we'd have so much fun. You can, like, find aliens in space and get their egg and then, like, make your own spaceship, like, an alien. Like, you get an alien ship that's basically just one big alien that flies you. It's cool as fuck. There's some cool shit. And there's so much stuff that's been added that I have no idea. They've, like, the game launched, No Man's Sky, the game launched into, like, a really bad state. Really bad. Like, glitchy, no one could play it. It wasn't anything like they suggested it was going to be. Like, everyone was disappointed. And now, after this long, they have added free update after free update after free update after, like, so many. The game became amazing a long time ago, and they have just still been adding update after update. That game is actually probably the best space exploration game that you can play right now. Actually. And I think it would be super fun to play through that game with 2 people. Hey, dude. Baldur's Gate 3. That would be a good one. I played that around the time that it launched, but I haven't played it since. I haven't played it on stream either. Baldur's Gate 3 is great. I fucking loved playing it. I'm a nerd and I save scummed like every roll though, because I wasn't gonna fail any rolls. Not a single roll. If I wanted to do something, I was going to make sure that roll succeeded. I'm a gamer, not a Dungeons and Dragonser. I don't care about my pride or shame. It would still also be fun to play some Warframe. But Bebo can't really play games right now until he gets his, like, laptop battery fixed. Though it would be fun to find someone who, like, I don't know, maybe wants to start Warframe, has wanted to start Warframe and wants to play it. And I'd love to pop in and just, like, help them. It'd give me something to do for a while. Also, hi, Royal. Oh, I'm realizing that I just passed 500 hours in Rivals. Oh, the update. Wait. The update for Cyberpunk. It came out. I want to see what it has. Wait. There's new vehicles. There's a new ray field. A new, there's an auto drive. Wait, what? You can select a destination and it'll automatically drive you. That's crazy. There's a cinematic camera for auto drive too. Self-driving Delamain cabs are now available on demand. You can call Delamains. Oh. The Rayfield's crystal coat. There's a new photo mode, and you can spawn NPCs. Cyber Psycho. They did some like things to fix the game on like how it plays, some glitches. So it doesn't look like they added all that much, actually. They brought it to Mac and like Apple platforms, but like in terms of gameplay, they didn't add much. There's 4 new cars. Like you can auto drive now. That's about it, actually. Like that's like the whole update. I'm telling it to update, but I think it's struggling. There we go. Jesus, it's a 15 gigabyte update? What? Is that all it had? There's no way. 15 gigs for 4 vehicles. But they did change a lot. I don't know, man. I mean, it does let you do things like spawn vehicles and NPCs in photo mode, so maybe that's like a lot of it. Maybe that's why it's just such a big download. Damn, I'm at like 27 megabytes a second. It's probably because I'm streaming, but man. That seems incredibly low. I don't know what's happening with my internet right now. I guess I'll worry about this later. I said pause. I told the update to pause and it just didn't. Thank you. How do I make it go away? I wanted to cancel it. I actually don't know how to like make the update go away. I can just like play and pause it. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Isn't that fun? There it is. Remove from queue. Jesus. Man, you actually can't get rid of these. Like, you actually can't get rid of updates. Like, it's just gonna stay there at 1%. Hey, John. If the speed wasn't so bad right now, I wouldn't mind downloading it. And, like, just checking out the couple of things on it. But the speed is fucking whack, yo. There we go. See, 900 megabytes a second. See, that's better. I was like, why the fuck am I at 20 megabytes a second right now? Catch me outside. God, dude, that girl. Catch me outside. There we go. 1.1 gigabytes a second. That's better. That's much better. I wouldn't mind checking out the cars really fast. And like the auto drive, that seems like it could be pretty cool. But yeah, I kind of thought, like from the way people were talking about it, I expected them to add more. Like, I guess just something in the gameplay. You know, like anything extra, but they really didn't. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's just fixing issues and then the car stuff. That's it. I guess it's not bad. You know, people who play it for the first time have even more to do. Oh boy, my download speed is fucking dropping again. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it just fucking drops the speed. Oh, it's going back up. There we go. We're good. I really want to get No Man's Sky now, because that seems like it would be fun. It just seems like it would genuinely be super fun to play that with you, Bebo. You gotta get your computer fixed, though. It'd be nice to find someone to help in Warframe, because like I'm just like so high level in that game that there's really not much to do. Like there's other weapons and stuff I guess I could collect, but I have damn near all of them. But there is some other stuff I could collect if I really wanted it, but I haven't really. I mean, if you get Warframe back, I would suggest like starting a new game. Just because the game is very different now and it'll set you up a lot better at the start. The download's complete. Now it just has to patch the files, which has like 20 minutes left on it. Guess I'll worry about that. Nope, 8 minutes, I guess. Nope, 6 minutes, I guess. But I mean, even then, I don't know how much you could play Warframe with a fucked up battery. And I don't really personally know like any other VTubers that... Oh, now it's 19 minutes. I don't know any other VTubers that are like specifically playing... Warframe, you know? At least not personally, not as like friends or anything like that. And I'm sure there's some people who'd want to get into it. I mean, it's like there's a lot of content in the game, so it can be overwhelming. It can also be overwhelming to even figure out like what's good. Maybe I'll do a Warframe stream. I just like the game. I really do. I've played it for like a decade. Well, I mean, the batteries are pretty cheap, so all I can suggest is, I guess, just trying to find the money. I mean, you can get like $50 for donating plasma. A decade is a long time. It's an old game, and they've been just free updates constantly. It's a free-to-play game with free updates for the last decade. And the story's actually fire now. I would not mind like doing a Warframe stream where we kind of go through all like the story missions. That would be pretty cool. And then I could have like it edited into like the Warframe lore video kind of. And then just edit that all into one video. I have the Battlefront 2 campaign that I still have to post on YouTube. And then I also have my main editor's stable again. So he is working on a Peak video for the Peak game, you know, the climbing one. I'm trying to get back into things. I'm trying to upload clips more now too. Because I stopped doing that for almost like a goddamn month. I can't do that. Like I can't be fucking doing that. It'd be nice to get like some kind of manager or someone that could help me with all this shit, but you know, it is what it is. I'll do my best. I keep doing my best. I don't know how many hours I have in Warframe. I'm pretty sure the last time I looked, I could be wrong, but I thought I said like 2,500 hours. I think I took a screenshot of it at one point. Oh, I think it was on my PC. I was about to look through my phone for it, but it was on my PC. I have a lot of time in that game, though. A lot of money in that game. If I added up all the money I spent on that game, I bet it would be like $1,000 to $2,000. And you don't have to spend money. That's the nice thing. There's a like economy. You know, if you go out and farm some of the good stuff, like the stuff that people really want, and then you can just take that stuff. Like, say you want a prime Warframe, which is the best ones. So you go out, you farm like the blueprint, you farm all the pieces to make it, and then you go into the economy and you sell it. You know, you go in there like, hey, selling this prime for like this much platinum. And then you sell it, and then bam, you have that much platinum. Platinum is the paid currency. And then you can use that to get like some of the best skins in the game, like 200. Like you really can just do what you want. Grind, make some of the paid currency, buy some of the best stuff in the game. Like you don't have to spend money. But also a lot of people use platinum for skipping, because while the game is free to play, it's time consuming. Like that's kind of the trade-off. If you go into your thing where you make stuff and you make a Warframe, it's 3 days. It takes 3 in real life days to make a Warframe. But you can spend like 50 platinum to make that instant. No Man's Sky is definitely on my list of games to get now. Where'd it go? I'm gonna add it to my wish list. Is this a Persona song? No, I don't think so. It sounds like one, but I don't think it is. God, I kind of wanted to fucking drink tonight. I don't have any alcohol in my house, though, so... Lucky me. And yeah, I've only played Persona 5 Royal. That's the only one I've played. It'd be nice to own it on PC, though. I never played it on stream. No Man's Sky. Yeah, No Man's Sky instead of 60 is like 24 bucks right now. Which is, oh my god, wait. I forgot No Man's Sky had a VR version now. So like I could be playing VR No Man's Sky while the other person's just like on a PC. That's kind of crazy. Man, they've added so much to fucking No Man's Sky. It's crazy. I'm looking at some of the screenshots and it's just... like, it's incredible how far this game has come, actually. Nope, that's added to my wish list. Rainbow Six, Siege 10, free to play. If only I liked games like that. I really liked the games that were like before that one. What were they called? They were called like Rainbow Six Vegas, like Vegas 2. Those games were so good. They were team games. So like you would play with a group of like 3 other people. You'd like matchmake into a group of 4. And then the 4 of you would have to take down like the terrorists in the area. It'd be like terrorist hunt is what it was called. And you go on like the max difficulty. That shit's hard. You die after like 2 shots. So you have to go through the area knowing exactly where like everyone is with a lot of practice, and then you know you start earning some really cool shit once you start getting all those points. It was a really fun game. It's hard to remember it. It feels like not a lot of people remember those games. The fucking Rainbow Six Vegas games. Oh, wait. Oh, TennoCon was yesterday. Wait, really? Does that mean there's like special stuff in Warframe right now? The Old Peace. Oh, they're about to add more to like the main story. Hang on. Man, that fucking Cyberpunk thing is still going. It's taking a while to actually like update it. Let's go to YouTube real quick. But aloud? Hang on.
Heretic of Zata, in banishment answer. Can the Orokin ever be forgiven?
Oh, they're bringing Harrow as an actual character now? That's pretty cool. Is that Zephyr? No, Valkyr.
The devil has come.
Is what I meant, I think. Unless that's a new one. It looks like they're adding more to like the old war story, though, like the main storyline of the game. The old piece coming 2025. So it's probably not too long. I doubt we have an actual date. Proto, Harrow, Wisp, and a demon. Oh, wait, Wisp! One of them is Wisp! Wisp is going to be an actual person. That's kind of hype. Wisp is definitely my main. I mean, it's easily the person I play the most, 100%. Anything else fun going on? Not really. I think the Twitch Rivals thing is over. I don't know who won. I'd be shocked if Flats' team won, just because it seemed like some of the basic shit they were kinda not doing well with. Not as like a mean thing to say, but just as like they weren't really. It felt like they weren't doing great as a team. Thanks for following, Phantom. Flats is always good. I mean, he's top 500. But I think as a top 500, sometimes you just kind of forget how much better you are than some other people. I hope you're having a good day, Phantom, or a good night, actually. Well, Cyberpunk is done. If I wanted to, like, hop on and check out those cars. Do I care enough, though? I mean, it's pretty much just cars and stuff. It's literally just, like, cars and an auto drive. There is always rivals. I don't really see the point in playing more Peak because, I mean, we beat it, right? I don't really, what the fuck's the point? Keep going. Didn't get too far in Project Zomboid, but that shit was hard. Every time I played it, I just died instantly. I never got all that far in Balatro. Like, I played some, but I didn't get to, like, any crazy combinations of, like, watching people have, like, thousands of, just, like, the crazy shit where you get really far. I never really did that. I have Uma Musume, but I doubt I'll play that on stream. People would hate the way I play that. I skip everything. Like, I don't want to sit there and read all that shit. I just want to know if my horse won. And I mean, with your battery dying, it basically is non existent. You'd be better off and safer at this point to take your battery out and then just always have the laptop plugged in. I'm pretty sure that would work. At least it usually does for laptops. Just the second you unplug it, that's it. GG, it turns off. And I mean, it depends on what the stupid thing is. It's up to you, man. I'm pretty sure that works, yeah. You take out the battery and then you just plug it in. You're just kind of supplying it power so it doesn't need the battery. And then it would be like safer. You wouldn't have to worry about the battery. But then it wouldn't be portable. That's like, that's the big trade off is that suddenly your laptop isn't really a laptop. Is the music, did it end or was it still just paused? It was just still paused. Well, so that's kind of nice. I'm kind of glad they're going back to like the main story stuff of Warframe at least. People have been wanting more of that. I do need to rank up in Marvel Rivals. I guess it depends on how many people are like chatting in YouTube chat. And YouTube chat is sometimes active, sometimes not. Still getting there. Twitch chat is a little more active, usually. But, I mean, we're getting there, you know. More and more people are starting to show up to streams as I stream. Meeting a lot of new people. Seeing regulars. I appreciate anyone's activity. Oh yeah, there's also the Jeffrey Epstein stuff that's going on. You know, that whole thing that became a Democrat hoax somehow. I don't know how we got to that point. It's like, wouldn't the Democrats have like voted against releasing it if it was that? Just a thought. Like, I feel like that's a pretty obvious thought. I might be willing to watch it at some point, like off stream or something. I'm not really watching videos right now. I haven't like ever done a reaction stream or anything, but I have been thinking about doing one. Just a stream where I like, I don't know, line up some videos or let people send me videos to watch. I don't fucking know. Because I also have a channel in the Discord that's like videos or clips for me to react to. I haven't like done that. I haven't wanted to watch them because like if I watch them while they're in there, then like later on if I want to do a stream or a video about it or something like that, then I've already seen the clips and it's not genuine. There's always like Daily Dose of Internet. Daily Dose of Internet compilations are pretty huge. Those things are pretty awesome. We could do some reactions to those. I like watching memes. I haven't really watched Daily Dose either. Like, they'd probably all be mostly new to me other than ones I've seen, like, around here and there. But that could be really fun. React to some fucking TikToks. I mean, maybe not if you're thinking you shouldn't say it. What is something that we could do? Oh, wait, now that I think about it. Does Twitch even have like a... Is that like its own category? If it's not, I could just stay in just chatting. Oh, it is its own category. I opened a bunch of Pokemon packs and I didn't get shit. Oh, Oh, you know what I also want to do? Replay Pokemon Sword. I feel like I would get crucified for this, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon games. So is Pokemon Legends Arceus. That game is fire. I think I started playing Arceus a while back, but just never finished it. But Pokemon Sword, that shit. I love Sword. I think Sword has is one of the Pokemon games with like the most Pokemon in it. Like I got a shiny Zeraora on my main account on Sword. Like I have so much good shit on Pokemon Sword. It's kind of insane. Like I have a shiny Mew on so many Pokemon were added. Like there was limited time events where you could get a Pokemon just for like a very limited time. Like I have a Marshadow, but I think they only did the event in like I can't remember. It might have just been in Japan, but the name is in Japanese kanji. There's no like Marshadow. That is literally just called Marshadow. What kind of Pokemon collection? I downloaded all the games the other day because I saw that Nintendo was going around and striking down some of the like ROM websites that had the Pokemon ROMs. So I literally have like all of them now. Pokemon Black, Black 2, Blue, Crystal, Diamond, Emerald, Fire Red, Gold, Heart Gold, Platinum, Red, Sapphire, Silver, Soul Silver, Yellow. I got Pokemon Yellow, like the special like original Pokemon game. It's like the Pikachu version instead of red or blue. Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon Ranger, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Ultra Moon. Which one of those sounds good? I was thinking about doing something like playing through one generation, or like one Pokemon game of each generation. Kinda. So like if I was wanting to, like between the first games, it would be between like yellow, red, and blue. It would be between those three games. Yeah, that's the legendary Pokemon for Pokemon Sword that you get for going through the story. I think I had a shiny version of him too. Really strong Pokemon. I think it's like the strongest Pokemon to exist. This shit's ridiculous. Ultra Moon is really good. I also loved Ultra Moon. The legendary of Ultra Moon is really fucking cool. You need like a 3DS emulator though, right? Is that a thing? That's a thing, right? Like now it is. Wait, Citra is a 3DS emulator? Here, do we want to see if I can even, like, run this game? There we go. All right, hang on. Let me find Citra. I know I have it somewhere. I mean, my real 3DS that I totally use to just capture and send to PC. I would never pirate anything. All right, where is Citra? New 3DS XXL. Did that fail to run? All right. Like, we might as well see if some of this stuff works, considering I got a lot of it. Yoink. Oh. Okay, it's not showing up. Do I have to extract it first? Is that what's happening? Right click, extract all, we'll extract it. I have a folder called Pokemon stuff, we'll just put it in there. And I'll make a folder for it. Alright, let's see if we can get this to work. I'm really curious if I can actually get like Ultramoon to run. Select folder. I was gonna say, it probably needs me to extract it. Yes, I don't know how to pronounce your name. It almost looks like Toji, but then it's not Toji. Because it's like T-O upside down exclamation point. Something that looks like a J. Toys. I had someone follow me the other night, and their username was literally just IFAP to VTubers. I wonder why they were here. Such a mysterious username. You'd never know what they were doing. The world will never know. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a VTuber? For me, it's only like one. Let's see if this works now. Because I extracted it. No, it's still not there. Wait. It said compatibility was bad, but wait. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Hang on, I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Oh, wait. This would be a perfect time. I haven't actually used this in like a while, but I have something special for this. Oh, wait. This overlay might be fucked up. I haven't touched it in a long time. Let's look. All right, hang on. Oh, this is only set up for Melon DS. Hang on. Okay, so that's for... Wait. I can't imagine it would work like the same, right? Wait, okay, that's the top screen, right? Like, that's the... I gotta crop it a little better. But that's the top screen. Okay, now we're missing the bottom screen. This is like literally why I had this overlay made specifically for this. And then I just gotta crop that one a little better. Hang on, let me make myself really small so I can actually see this. I'm gonna move Streamlabs over here. But yeah, so as you guys can see, like that's what this is for. Like I haven't used it much. Wait, why is that so? There we go. I was like, why am I over there? Brother, why is this so big? Okay, so we do that. Hang on. Okay, there we go. Jesus. Oh, God, everything is moved. Everything is, like, not where it's supposed to be. Alright. The emote wall is fit. I'm gonna need to check, like, every, like, oh my God. Why is tits huge? I guess that's what people usually like. Okay, tits is set up. Holy dude, everything is like just kind of busted. My alerts, the alerts are fine. They should like still play, I think. I need to like check everything, like the alerts for following, because I feel like I haven't seen that in a minute. Okay, stream avatars are fine. Twitch chat is in a good place. Tits is fine now. My overlay is fine. The followers are fine, like the recent followers, recent subscriber, recent bits donation. Those are all fine. Get rid of these things. All right, and now I just have to fix the crop. All right. Right there. Right there is perfect. So 541 for right and left, maybe? $540 for the right. Top is fine. And then the bottom, we gotta... Right there. Perfect. Do you guys like my system? My system for like having the... We get to see the screen we actually care about, we get to see very large. And then the screen that's pretty much just going to have Pokemon on it for pretty much the entire playthrough is just going to be above me. Oh wait, nope, that's too far. Right there, perfect on that. And then the bottom... We gotta cut off the white. We're too woke. We're getting rid of the white. People might yell at me. Okay, I think we're good. So that's what it would look like. I mean, okay. So we know that game runs. I would need to make like separate captures for like Melon DS though. Because it's a DS and it just, I had to adjust the capture for Citra, was it a 3DS? Can you not? Okay, we'll close that for now. So we know that works. God, what do I use to run like original Game Boy games? What is that? I'm trying to remember. Alright, let's extract Pokemon Yellow. Pokemon stuff, make a folder for Pokemon Yellow. Oh, it uses GBA. Since this one doesn't have two screens, it would probably just be best to use this. Man, this game is old. Here, let me reopen that, because that was cute. It didn't show it again. Man, that, like, Pikachu noise that it made was so bit crushed, though. Holy. Hello? It's not showing up. Wait, no. Wait, what? Whoa. What is happening? What is this window and why is it so giant? Hey! Okay, we know this works. This is like the special yellow version of like the first Pokemon game. Okay, so we know yellow works. Because we're trying to think, I'm trying to, like, if I do want to play one of each gen, I want to make sure they work. What's after yellow? What's the gen after yellow? Like yellow, red, and blue. What's after that? Is it Crystal? I do love Crystal. Did I download Crystal? I love Crystal. I do have Crystal. The one with Suicune. Silver, gold, and Crystal come after that. I'm actually kind of hyped that you said Crystal because I fucking love Crystal. So I'm super happy to play that next. Let's see. Let's extract it to the Pokemon stuff. Make a folder. Pokemon Crystal. It should show right back up. No? It's a different game, so I need to, like, redo it. No, same size, though. That works. Let's go, dude. Oh, I fucking loved Crystal so much. That's cool as fuck. Dude. Let's fucking go, dude. There's so many musics. Oh, we know that works. Hey, Kylo. Pokemon stuff. What's after Silver, Gold, and Crystal? Like, what's next after that? Would it be Emerald? Emerald Diamond? No, Ruby Sapphire Emerald. Ooh, wait. Emerald was the Rayquaza one, right? I think I'd probably want to play that one the most. And then after that, it's Fire Red. I have Fire Red and Leaf Green. Pokemon stuff. All right, let's make a folder for Emerald. Wait, what? There's 2 Pokemon Emerald. Oh, okay. I need to, like, hang on. Let me number these so that I know which ones to play first, second. So Pokemon Crystal's number 2. Emerald is number 3. And then we make sure this works. Can't see why I wouldn't. Let's fucking go, chat. All of them work. All of them work so far. This is a good one. Man, the openings for these games are actually pretty good. I like the trees that are just like flashing 2 different shades of green. Oh, let's go, dude. Rayquaza. I actually didn't know. Like, I didn't know there was a Sapphire, Ruby, and an Emerald. I knew about Sapphire and Ruby because, like, the newer ones, like Brilliant Diamond, and no, that's the other ones. But I think there's better Rubies too. But I knew about Sapphire and Ruby, but I did not know there was an Emerald. I just, like, since I knew Sapphire was Kyogre and Ruby was the other one, I figured because of the story it was probably Rayquaza. I'm actually really excited to play this one. Okay, that works. After that, it's Fire Red and Leaf Green. Out of the 2, like, which should I play? Leaf Green or Fire Red? I think I already have Leaf Green. But I also have Fire Red downloaded, so if Fire Red would be, like, the preference, then I could definitely just play that. Because Leaf Green is Venusaur on the front. I assume Fire Red is... Yeah, we'll just play Leaf Green. There's probably not enough of a fucking difference for me to care. That'll be 4. After Fire Red and Leaf Green, what is next? Is that when Diamond is here? Diamond and Pearl? I also have Heart Gold. I don't know when that comes in. Oh, we do have Platinum, too. I don't know when that comes in. Let me look up the order of Pokemon games. All right, let's see. So red, blue, and yellow, then gold and silver. With crystal, okay, so crystal didn't release with gold and silver. Yellow didn't release with red and blue either. Wait, there's red and green? Wait, there's a green? What? Yeah, this is a real thing. This is really surprising to me, actually. I genuinely. What? Is it only in Japanese? And it's called Pocket Monsters. Yeah, Japan only. Yeah. Okay, that's why. I was like, I don't remember there being a fucking green, dude. There's a leaf green, but I don't remember a green. It looks like they did take green and translate it, though. Like, there is some English versions of green on itch.io. It's kind of neat. So the next one is, yeah, Diamond and Pearl. Oh, Emerald didn't release with. Emerald released the same year of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Are those the same generation? Is Emerald the same generation of Fire Red and Leaf Green? If it is, then I think it is. If it is, then we don't need to play Leaf Green. Because I'm mostly just wanting to do like one of every generation. Okay, so fourth gen is Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So Heart Gold and Soul Silver would be the newest Pokemon games in that gen, which means they'd probably have more quality of life. Out of those, which one do you think is the best? Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Platinum, or Diamond and Pearl? Those are the options for that generation. Love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yeah. Between Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like what are the Pokemon on the front? Heart Gold is Ho-Oh, right? Is Soul Silver Lugia? Could be wrong. Platinum is pretty. I don't even know if I've played Platinum. I might have. It's hard to remember all of them. Uh, Platinum only came out a year before Heart Gold and Soul. Oh, Platinum has I see. He has that one, Giratina, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Yeah, Soul Silver's Lugia. I might do Soul Silver. Do I have that? I think I only downloaded Heart Gold. Nope, it's right there, Soul Silver. I just grabbed like everything because I saw some websites getting taken down, and I was like, nah, bro. Nah, I'm not having my ability to play Pokemon taken away. Those three games are a lot of people's favorites. That's good to know. Oh, this is an NDS. Wait. So wait. So this is when I would actually go back to my other overlay for Soul Silver to have like the two different screens because it's a DS game. Let's go. All these work very well. They look like they're all running like perfectly. Oh yeah. Okay. I was gonna say it's hard not to recognize that like main male character. Recommend Platinum if you complete Gold and Silver. I think we passed Gold and Silver, didn't we? Yeah, Gold and Silver or Crystal. Okay, so I picked Crystal. So we're gonna do Crystal and then... I mean, the plan would be to do Soul Silver, because I am just wanting to do, like, one of every gen. I could later go back and try and, like, play Platinum or Nuzlocke it or something. So this is when they were first getting into, like, 3D animations. You can tell the animation's a little rough, but, you know, it's... 2000... It doesn't say the year. It's whatever year. Soul Silver... 2009. Not terrible for 2009, honestly. Okay, Soul Silver, check. The next is Black and White and Black 2 and White 2. I don't see any reason to play the first Blacks or Whites, so let's pick Black 2 or White 2. And between the two, maybe White. I think I like the Pokemon on White more. Because that's Reshiram, isn't it? I only have Black version 2. I don't think I downloaded White. Wait, White is Zekrom? What is Black? Is Black the... Wait, what? Because Zekrom's black, isn't it? I thought Zekrom would be black. Ah. So I'd want to play black too if I want Reshiram. And then I have to put a 4 next to Soul Silver because that's the fourth one I'm going to play. Alright, extract that. Wait, actually the reverse? What do you mean? Wait, what? Because you said Zekrom is on the white one, right? Oh, god damn it. Your download is starting. These games are fucked. You mean like the story or... Because I think I've played some of these games, like Black 2 or White 2 or whatever. Just the title Pokemon. Let's see. Okay, Pokemon stuff. We get rid of Pokemon Black 2. Well, we'll keep Pokemon Black 2 just to have it. But I'm going to get rid of the number so that I don't play it. The thingy is downloading. It seems like it's not like super, I don't know the word, maybe seeded. Because it's just not downloading super quick. It'll get there. I don't think I've played White 2. I think I've only ever played like Pokemon Black. Not that it really matters, you know, if you play Pokemon Red or you play Pokemon fucking Yellow, you're pretty much getting the same experience. Well, no, that's actually a bad example. Because in Yellow, you get a Pikachu. But if you're going between like Pokemon Red or Blue, it's pretty much the same game. You know? Okay, that's downloading. After White 2 is... Oh, X and Y. Those are some of my favorites, because I love Megas. Megas are 100% like my favorite Pokemon thing, dude. I fucking love Megas. I think I already have Pokemon X, or I thought I did. Yeah, I do. Make another folder, because I'm totally an organized person. But yeah, I loved that gen Pokemon X. And then okay, so that's a Citra file. Not really a Citra file, but a file I need to open in Citra. So Okay, that didn't work. I tried to just add like the whole Pokemon stuff folder, but that didn't. Oh, scan subfolders. There we go. Hey, that worked. Oh, and this Pokemon X is region free. Is it doing its thing? Let's go. White 2's almost done. So that works. Okay, so Pokemon. So White 2 is going to be the 5th game I play. Then Pokemon X is going to be the 6th game I play. I've been actually like needing to go through all these Pokemon games and like figure this out. Because it is something I want to do, is just kind of like go through and play all, like one from each gen. I mean, if you think about it, people have played like a lot more Pokemon games, especially if you're like Nuzlocking. You end up playing like a lot more than just like 8 or 9 Pokemon games, you know? And then is it done? Yeah, White 2 is done. Okay. Extract all Pokemon stuff. And then we just gotta make a folder for it. Oh, that's the wrong button. Do that. Now we just gotta check that Pokemon White 2 works. That's a Melon DS file. Okay, so White 2 is the last DS game, and then it looks like X and Y is the first 3DS Pokemon game. So the 3DS came out in like what, 2013, 2012-ish area? Or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we just need Melon. And then we just need this and this. Yeah, it looks like White 2 probably works. Oh, huge, dude. This is exciting. I got my bong. Smoke myself into happiness. His little QRM arms. All right, this works. We might be almost done. Okay, so after X and Y, we've got Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. We already checked that Ultra Moon works. That'll be the 7th game. Yeah. And then after that, it's Pokemon Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet, which I have on the Switch. So, yeah, that's done. We have our list of Pokemon games, and they're all working. Well, good. I'm glad I could get that organized. I've been needing to for a minute. Favorite Pokemon? I'm not really sure. It might be like Alcremie or something, just because it's so cute and it's kind of like cake or candy-ish kind of. Also like Hatterene. And Celebi. Fucking love Celebi. Oh wait, Zeraora is probably my favorite. Not a lot of people know about Zeraora, but he's my favorite Pokemon. I got art of like my 1.0 with a Zeraora, but I need to get art of my like this model with a Zeraora. Maybe more Pokemon, maybe like a whole team, like a Zeraora, an Alcremie, a Celebi, that kind of stuff. It'd be cool. There's plenty of people that do like Pokemon art on VGen. I should look around. There's also other games we could look at, like Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon Rangers, because I have those. Yeah. I think you have to like circle Pokemon to catch them or whatever. Yeah, it's very different. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things about Coliseum being like rough and like the hardest Pokemon game. I figured I'd find something to do, and this seemed as good as anything. This game is transphobic? Wait, what? Is it? I've seen a lot of people play this game. Well, like, is the game, it's like, is the game transphobic, or is like the people that made the game transphobic? It is different things. I wouldn't want to like support someone who's transphobic either, but like if the game itself isn't actively like against trans people, I never noticed anything weird. Like in terms of that, it just seemed like a Pokemon game. I've seen like a crazy amount of people play this. So I'm like surprised to hear that, genuinely. Because I feel like in the amount of times that I've seen people play it, I would have heard it. You would have thought. Was it right though? Is it the people who made this? Oh, it's a YouTube video. I don't want to watch a YouTube video about it. I just kind of wanted to know about it. God damn it. Every time I try to click something, it's just a YouTube link. Like, there's no, like, I'm trying to find, like, an article about it. Okay, moving on, I guess. Never touching that game again. Awesome. That's unfortunate, because it was actually a pretty decent game. That sucks. Okay, cool. So let's get out of that category. Awesome, awesome. Like, why can't people just not be, like, scum human beings? There's a lot of people who've actively, like, taken a stance, like, against the game, though.
Well,
Oh my god, this is a 45-minute video.
Hi, for this video, I'm going to be reading off of a script. I'm sure.
So let's see. So yeah, he did say, so like right after this stuff was found out, that dev was like let go, it looks like. The dev was like fired. The Discord, it looks like, was poorly moderated. Like here, let's this person's obviously much larger than I am, so it's not like I'm giving them a lot of exposure, but I still, you know. Has a decent amount of dislikes. Maybe it's because he's reading off a script. He did say, like, when he started it, he was going to be reading off a script. Maybe people didn't see it as genuine.
Sure, most of you have seen what's going on with PokeRogue, and if you haven't, let me give you a brief overview. Sam, the lead developer of PokeRogue, stepped down as the developer of the game, citing that the game didn't align with the trajectory.
Here we go. This is the kind of thing I was looking for. Okay, so with the release of the game's ending sequence, I'd like to announce that effective immediately, I am resigning as the lead developer of PokeRogue. I understand that this project's growth continues to accelerate, and there is still so much potential. To many, this would seem like the worst possible time to leave, blah, blah, blah. After much consideration and consulting with family and friends, I believe it would be better for both myself and the project's continued growth for me to step away on a good note. That's crazy. Imagine going to your family and friends and they have to like explain to you that the best decision for you is to step away from the company because you're such a piece of shit. Like, you're transphobic and like I guess your only recourse is to leave everything because you want to stay being transphobic and a piece of shit. So that's awesome. Like, that's crazy. He talked with friends and family, and they told him that he needs to leave the company if he wants it to continue to grow and not hurt his friend's project, that kind of thing. I started this because I always wanted to work on a project like this. Finished over 3 to 4 months, blah, blah, blah. Small scope. It began digging up an old project from 10 years ago and combining it with a roguelite genre. I worked on the game alone as a solo developer. I worked away at it, even taking months. It exploded in popularity, and a lot happened. It's crazy. Like, I assume there was a creator that randomly played it. And that's what gave the game attention. So I'm kind of curious that he didn't mention, like, who that was, but whatever. As of recently, exploded in popularity and a lot happened. It went from mostly a solo project. I went from desperately seeking additional help and not finding it to having an overwhelming amount of people wanting to contribute. Now, this is a complete tonal shift, but I want to be very transparent. The biggest reason I'm making this decision is because a project like this ultimately isn't compatible with my intended trajectory in life. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Change your trajectory in life. Don't be a piece of shit. There you go. Imagine that. As someone who naturally tends towards an unbalanced use of his time, I have found it impossible to be moderate in the amount of time I spend on something like this. As a hobby, it has become too important and consuming to me and has been hindering the things I value most, including my faith, my family, and my job. I am first and foremost a man seeking to follow God's path for me in life, and my short time alive in this world should be spent serving Jesus Christ rather than feeding my own ambitions. Gross. I suppose with this resignation, I am giving back to the world what belonged to the world in the first place, so that I am not responsible if it changes in any ways that do not align with my personal values, rather than choosing to hold what it is now, a community project, to my own personal standards. In an effort to preserve a clean conscience for myself. That's a respectable statement. I respect that statement. Because he's recognizing, he didn't say, like, rather than change the game to make it right, or rather than change the game to make it, like, what it should be. He's just saying that, like, rather than choosing to hold what is now a community project to my own personal standards in an effort to preserve a clean conscience for myself. He knows that they are just his standards, and that it is just his conscience that would feel good. Like, it is not, like, what needs to be or what should be. He's even admitting that it's literally just something that is just his conscience. It's like it shouldn't even, it shouldn't even be near a Pokemon game. Like, I don't know how someone who's transphobic could, like, I guess, like, adjust a game like Pokorogue to be outwardly transphobic. I mean, anyone like that would know that, like, you aren't going to grow like that no matter what. Because, yeah, there is an audience that you can pander to by being transphobic, the fucking right-wing rabbit hole. But most people who play Pokemon are pretty inclusive. So, like, you aren't going to get a Pokemon community going if you're actively transphobic. I don't want to give the wrong impressions about my feelings towards the project. It honestly really hurts to leave behind something I put so much effort and care into, but ultimately I believe this is for the best, and I will be thankful that I made this decision in the future. I understand that I will be leaving a gaping hole that may never be filled, but it was going to happen eventually, and I knew that from the start. I have left that person and that person in charge of the Discord server and project decisions, and I would ask that you respect their decisions in regards to the direction of this project. So, like, how do we know he's transphobic?
Of his life. Following that, private messages between him and another developer of the game was posted aligned with the trajectory of his life. Following that,
I don't agree with people being forced into decisions that don't affect others by law, but as someone with traditional values, I'm far from pro-trans. I don't think it's my place to tell people how to live, though. I have a biblical view of the world, and everything revolves around that. Basically, it comes down to the way God wants things to be, and anything that goes against that is something I will at least passively disagree with. I don't think that means actively trying to tell people who don't even claim to be Christian to conform to those values. That doesn't make sense. But if I'm asked, I'll still give my opinion. And you don't think that God could have created those paths for people to follow? No, I don't think that's God's wills for anyone because it goes against his intent in creation. So I guess he gets to decide what God wants. That's crazy. Like, it's all about translation, and he's just deciding that, nope, that's not God's will. I interpreted it this way, thus, that's how it is. Like, that's just wild. Hubris.
private messages between him and another developer of the game was posted where
Let's see. I'm aware there is a line in some portion of the Bible saying a man sleeping with a man is a sin, and that it was proven recently to be a mistranslation of a man and a child sleeping together is a sin, talking about pedophilia. I think that discovery was probably a biased mistranslation itself. I think it's pretty clear from scripture what God intended for relationships and sexual relations. Like, it just doesn't even matter what comes out. He himself is basically taking his personal views and deciding what God wants. He's like, yep, this is what this religion should be. Nope, nope, doesn't matter what people found. Doesn't matter. Evidence? No, no, I think trans people are bad, so obviously God thinks trans people are bad. Come on. I'm a Christian. Like, holy fuck. I don't personally buy the narrative around puberty blockers. Narrative? They've even started to become banned in some countries due to new scientific No, it's not due to new scientific findings. That is not why. That it has no permanent effect. What? It can't. It wait. Yes, it. Yes, it does, doesn't it? Oh, well, Oh, wait, no, 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 no. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of like hormones, like being given the hormones to go from like female to male, like getting testosterone and stuff. I was thinking of that, not like blocking puberty to like stop that stuff from happening.
It was revealed that Sam has some pretty strong opinions.
If nothing, this guy said, if nothing else, it has a lot less permanent effects than going through a puberty that doesn't align with your gender, or choosing to go through a different one and then regretting it later. And there are way more reports that they have no lasting effects than anything suggesting that they might have significant ones. The person he's arguing with is pretty well spoken.
After this discovery, and we'll cover that in this video.
That was probably one of the best people this person could have argued with. He was calm and also just like pretty adamant about standing for trans people. The bar is in hell with this type to the point. I think even now he's better for most for not going full rallying and claiming being transphobic is some insane justified calling or some crap. I mean, he kind of is basically saying that. He kind of is like, nope, the scripture says this. I guess he isn't outwardly going out and say it, but if someone like asks about it, he's going to actively say that being trans is bad, being gay is bad. God has decided that's not what people should be. And it's like, well, how do you know that? We had like a mistranslation. Didn't you see that? Doesn't matter. I have decided that God says this is bad, and so I say it's bad.
But I think it's important to say, first and foremost, I don't agree with Sam's beliefs. I was deeply disappointed when I found out. I'm very much pro-LGBT, and I don't think there's room in this community for anyone that isn't. I had no idea about his feelings regarding the LGBT community before this point, and after talking...
Okay, so I understand why this video has as many likes as it does immediately. I get it. Like, brother. It's a 3-minute video. You couldn't come on here, look at the camera, and like just say I'm pretty pro LGBT, and I don't think people that aren't should be in the community. Like, why did you need a script for this? It feels like it just feels super insincere, Like this shit is super easy to say. I don't know why he got. I don't know. He's being smarmy, passive-aggressive, but at this point, people are so insanely and openly sadistic. This is like a low bar pass. True, yeah.
A few of the people...
Yeah, there's a lot more people that are way more evil towards trans people than he is.
They wouldn't have worked on PokeRogue had they known. Let's recap the events of the last day or so.
Wait a minute, what?
Message to this community for anyone that isn't. I had no idea about his feelings regarding the LGBT community before this point, and after talking to a few of the people that have been working on PokeRogue, neither did they. They even went as far as to say they wouldn't have worked on PokeRogue had they known.
Damn. Damn, that's crazy. If they could have, they just never would have worked on the project. I mean, he's gone now, so I wonder how they feel about it. Like, if he's completely gone, I don't know, his reputation might just still be tied with it. The first thing I would have done is go through, like, every single dialogue in the game, every single piece of text, and make sure that not a single one of them was, like, slipped in some little, anti-trans quip or something, That's what I'd do. I'd go through everything. Because I do not fucking trust people like that.
Let's recap the events of the last day or so. After messages between Sam and the other dev were posted...
Dude, I don't... This is hard to watch because it's like, did you need a script for this, man? Come on. I guess, like, it could just be hard to remember thoughts or, like, get words out, but I feel like he's acting... I don't think he looked at the camera a single time. He's literally just intentionally looking straight at this fucking script. He's just looking straight at it and reading right off of it, never looking off of it. It's like, man, most people who read scripts, you like look at it, read a few lines, and then like look back at the camera for a bit.
Posted within an hour, the PokeRogue Discord server was overrun by rampant transphobia, blended in with the excessive spamming of bigotry, racism, and trans posts.
Of course it was, yeah, because that's what happens. They find one person who is transphobic and like has the same beliefs, and then they swarm to support that person because they want to uplift as many people that are transphobic as they can, because they know there's not many, because people don't want to be pieces of shit. At least the majority. For now. Ugh.
While the pro-trans posts are fine on their own, these posts flooded the feed, making it impossible to moderate, especially the moderator handling the situation alone.
Yeah, okay. I think this is what this guy is saying. And I disagree with that shit. As someone who's moderated and does moderate like decent sized servers, no. Impossible to moderate because people joined and started flooding with that shit. The fuck it is, bro. Immediately ban every single account you see. Start blocking words that they're using so that like it just doesn't happen and they get auto banned for saying it. Shit like that. Like that, it's not hard to moderate. Just delete the messages. Delete the messages, ban the people. If they make a second account, ban those people. Like, what do you mean impossible to moderate? Like, what do you... Like, it feels like he was just like, oh, a lot of people flooded in and I just didn't want to deal with it. It's... Like, that is not impossible to moderate, dude. It is, like, never-ending, potentially, but not impossible at all, by any means.
For context,
it's always a desperate need to convince others and themselves they aren't the assholes.
Moderators. When the Discord
True, yeah.
flooded with these messages, the only one online was...
But then when people are telling them they're the asshole, they just, like, actively argue and they just go against it as hard as they can because in their head, they're the right ones. They're not being an asshole. These trans people are being assholes for forcing this on kids, even though it's not what happens.
Lost in thought. The continued spamming of trans rights, racism, politically targeted content, and transphobia slipping through made it almost impossible to keep track of anything going on. In Lost Says to address the situation, he said to stop with the trans topics and that people weren't comfortable talking about the topic. The conversations being had weren't limited to transness, but rather the flood of racist and bigoted comments also occurring alongside them. The additional messages about the situation regarding Sam only compounded with these issues. Lost in Thought recognizes his messages were poorly worded and he feels bad for...
My intention with my message of stop with the trans topics was very, very poorly worded. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Anyone that he made uncomfortable. Lost in Thought also shared with me his personal stance on the LGBT community. He fully supports them, is a part of them himself, and...
He is bi. So, he went to talk to his bisexual dev. And basically gave him the opinion of trans people bad. And then also kind of gave the opinion of gay people bad to his bisexual dev. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
His wife, who he's been with for...
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, actually, how many, like, people like that scream about, like, the kids in danger and the gays are going after the kids, and it ends up being them. It ends up being them that is the pedophile. Shocker.
Over 8 years is transgender. After 4 hours of trying to moderate the server alone, why his personal stance on the LGBT community. He fully supports them, is a part of them himself, and his wife, who he's been with for over 8 years, is transgender.
Oh, I thought that he said he was transgender, and I was like, did you not read the thing? But his wife is transgender. This dev's wife is transgender. That's insane.
After 4 hours of trying to moderate the server alone, other moderators came online to help out. Over the next 2 hours, they managed to get things to calm down.
Yeah, imagine that. It took literally just a couple mods to get things leveled out. Like, not impossible to moderate. You only needed 2 or 3 people. Like, what is... Alright.
Out of nowhere, a community manager was appointed haphazardly. Not long after being appointed as community manager, they made, to put it lightly, a poorly worded announcement that wasn't overseen by any.
We have seen the comments, my fellow roguelings. That's gross. That's a gross word. Why? We realize that the server has gone through a very radical change as of late with Sam's departure and recent events. There has been discourse brewing. However, I would like to take the time to introduce myself. I am Prodigy, your new community manager, and I am bringing with me a new tolerance policy going forward. There will be no discussions of any kind regarding one's gender, political affiliation, or religious beliefs in this server any longer. That's a bit rough. I don't know if like that's necessarily like bad or like transphobic, but it's a bit rough to just be like, no, you can't, man, you just can't mention that you're trans. I guess that's against the rules. That's a hard hitting topic that kids shouldn't know about. It's like, eek. I understand what you were trying to do because of the people like flooding the server and stuff, but eek.
Any of the other PokeRogue staff and wasn't speaking on their behalf. Then there was another community manager that said to disregard that announcement and that they'd be clearing out the server of all the bigots, going on to ban 3 people from the moderation team.
Wait.
Speaking on their behalf. Then there haphazardly. Not long after being appointed as community manager, they made, to put it lightly, a poorly worded announcement that wasn't overseen by any of the other PokeRogue staff and wasn't speaking on their behalf. Then there was another community manager that said to disregard that announcement and that they'd be clearing out the server of all the bigots, going on to ban 3 people from the moderation team. Not long after this.
That's crazy. So that random community manager just sent out an announcement like that was, and then probably was one of the people that got canned. And they were just like, disregard what he just said. He's a fuck ass. Don't listen to him.
Both community managers were stripped of their power and banned mods were returned to their positions. The announcements were deleted to try and prevent further harassment of the individuals involved, which the staff of PokeRogue do not endorse, and those caught doing so will be banned. The staff then spent 3 hours putting together an announcement they all approved of. However, because this announcement was posted by Lost in Thought, who people mistakenly believed to be a bigot, meant many disregarded the post in its entirety, despite it being drafted by members of all the different teams involved in the making of the game, including trans community members themselves. PokeRogue is and has been worked on by many of those within the queer community. Momo, who I've personally been talking to, is one of those people. Momo actually made a really good statement regarding everything that's been going on, and I encourage everyone to read it. But after talking to Momo, they shared that they and many other members of the PokeRogue staff had no idea about Sam's beliefs before those messages came out. They believe that the opinion of someone who's already stepped down shouldn't sully the future reputation of the game, and I can't help but agree. In my opinion, the game is bigger than Sam at this point.
I mean, of course you can't help but agree. You're part of the team, supposedly.
The contribution of the community. Passives, egg moves, and variant shinies could not have existed without extensive contributions by many people. That leads me to the next issue. The Discord server was incredibly poorly managed with no clear direction of what the rules were. This allowed certain language to...
Okay. I got the gist. I got the idea. You know, I get what happened. I'll have to think about it. Because he did leave before, like, any of those beliefs came out. I don't think there's any of it that, like, tainted the game. I mean, he obviously worked on it, but then, like, the person who took over after that, after they left, thank God, like, seems to be pretty pro, like, LGBTQAI. So, hmm. Um, a thought I had was that not playing this game because of that person would also just kind of allow that person to do more damage to the game. So I don't know. Maybe I'll like scroll around on Twitter or not Twitter, like Reddit or something, and see if I can't find some people talking about it. Maybe there's some people who were trans that I could like read some of their comments. Because that would be nice. But I guess I'm not sure if I should play it. All right, though. I might call it a night for there, though. We got all the Pokemon games organized. We chatted about some stuff. I just didn't really feel like playing games tonight, just with everything going on. I'm pretty tired and sore from a lot of physical activity, so I need to go rest. As usual, thank you guys for coming to the stream. I appreciate you all. It's nice chatting with you. I hope you guys have a good night. Get lots of rest, get lots of sleep, all that stuff. And I will probably see you guys tomorrow. I sometimes take Sundays off, but we'll see. I took a lot of days off recently. Have a good night, everyone. Sleep well. Bye bye.